Welcome, kindergarten, to your last 2 words of the week. Today's words are very exciting. Well, I think they are because they sound the same but are different at the same time. So let's get started. We were on page 44 yesterday, and if we add a 1 to it, we get 45. So we are on page 45, kindergarten. That's a 4 and a 5. Okay, the first word is sea. Back home, my grandparents owned a cottage by the sea. Sea. This one's pretty simple, kindergarten, but like we always do, we're going to go ahead and stretch those sounds out. S-E. Our beginning sound is S. And if you were to just use your ears and not look at the book, you might think that the beginning sound S starts with the letter S or C. Because like we mentioned yesterday, the letter C has 2 phonogram sounds, k, s. But today it's actually just the letter S. So we have the letter S from the phonogram S, Z. And the next one is a 2-letter or buddy phonogram. We have E, A. That's an E, and then we have an A to make E, A. Now, kindergarten, you know immediately that when we have a buddy or 2-letter phonogram, we have to underline it. So I want you to go ahead and I would like you to underline the E, A. I'll give you a moment to figure out whether or not we need any more markings for the word C. Okay, if you said no, Miss Salvador, we don't need any markings, then you are absolutely correct. Let's spell the word C together. S-E-A. Underline the E, A. Perfect. Moving on, kindergarten. This one's really exciting. Your next word is C. And oh my goodness, you're probably thinking, Miss Salvador, we already did that. What are you talking about? Well, kindergarten, this is a different word. It sounds the same, but it is spelled differently and means something different as well. So this C means I see a big statue at that park. So it means to look at something with your eyes. The other C, the one we just did, means a big body of water where you can go swimming or boating. So we have C, like I see a big statue at that park. Now, like we always do, we're going to go ahead and stretch those sounds out, and it's going to sound very similar to the first word. S-E. Again, our beginning sound is S, and our first letter is the letter S. Oh, I need to use a different marker here. I have my red marker. I'm going to use a black one. We have S from the phonogram Z. And the next one is again a 2-letter or buddy phonogram. We have E, double E, always says E. So that's 2 E's for double E. You know what, kindergarten? I'm going to rewrite my E again because it doesn't look so nice. I want to make sure that I have nice, neat printing when I'm writing out my spelling words. And you guys know the drill. When we have a buddy phonogram or 2-letter phonogram, we have to underline it. So we're going to go ahead and underline the E. Double E always says E. We don't have any more markings for this one, kindergarten, so let's spell C together. S-E. E. Underline the E. Double E always says E. Okay, now one last question for you, kindergarten, before we end this video. And you won't learn this until way later on in school. But does anyone know what the word is when you have 2 words that sound the same but are spelled different and mean different things? You can go ahead and ask your parents or an older sibling if you're not sure. Okay, so when we have two words that sound the same, kindergarten, but mean different things and are spelled differently, we actually call that a homonym. And lots of words in the English language have these kinds of words called homonyms. And I'll give you a couple examples if I pull up my pictures here. One example is of a bat. So if you look in the screen here, we have the word bat. And bat is spelled the same for both words, but they mean different things. We can refer to bat as in the animal bat, or we can refer to bat as in a baseball bat. Okay, I'll give you another example. We have as well, if I look over here, we have fly. So fly can refer to an animal like a fly. A fly was buzzing against the window. Or fly as in something is flying in the air like a kite or an airplane. So it can refer to the animal or the kite. We also have two more examples. And this one is of the word sink. So if I zoom in here, we have sink. So sink can refer to your kitchen sink or your bathroom sink, but sink can also refer to something that's floating all the way down below. So it can refer to that ship is sinking, or if you're in a bath, if you've ever taken a bath before and you take a toy and it sinks to the bottom, it can also refer to that definition of sink. I have one more example for you because I think these are really fun, is we have the example of tie. And tie can refer to two things as well. We have tie if we need to put two things together, like for example, if we ever have to tie our shoes. But tie can also be a piece of clothing. Okay, so if you ever see your dad or someone else wearing a tie, it can also mean a piece of clothing that they wrap around their shirt. So that's all about homonyms, kindergarten. I won't test you on homonyms at all. I just wanted to show you how cool the English language is. However, I will be testing you on these 4 words for spelling this week, which is ice, play, see, and see. Now, because see and see sound the same, I need you to pay very careful attention to the sentences I will be saying so you're writing the right word for the right number. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. That's all for today, kindergarten. Please review these 4 words and I will talk to you on Friday for our spelling test. Bye, kindergarten.